Logan Alexander Paul was born April 1st, 1995 in Westlake, Ohio, to parents Greg and Pam. 2 years later, his only sibling, Jake, was born. Logan attended school and was said to be quite intelligent, although it seems his main focus was athletics, mainly American football. He and his brother Jake spent most of their childhood together. They would practice American football together and were said to be quite talented. It was actually the brothers' love of the sport that led to the creation of their first YouTube channel. When Logan was 12 or 13, his dad bought a video camera for the brothers. Its original purpose was for them to record each other's matches. Its use case evolved. First, they started using it just to film random things around their house. But then, they decided they would become a little bit more professional and created scripted videos. Their method of distribution? Well, they figured they would upload it to this new platform which few had yet cracked, YouTube. YouTube was a video sharing platform founded by Jawed Karim, Chad Hurley, and Steve Chen. The platform faced initial competition from Google, but in 2006, Google bought the company. At the time, the site was in its infancy and didn't even have first-party monetization options. The brothers' favorite channel at the time was a comedy sketch channel called Smosh, and so they decided that they would create their own channel. Smosh were a big channel, and they still are relatively. They were one of the first channels that I saw put a lot of effort into their videos, and I think without them, YouTube may not be the same place. Their channel clearly took inspiration from Smosh, even with the name Zoosh. The brothers then took a vacation from the pursuit of online fandom and instead focused on their high school world, which was mainly school, sport, and girls. Logan was a talented linebacker, which is a position in American football. He was also a very good wrestler, and in his senior year he placed 5th in the state wrestling championships. And he was the starting linebacker for the entire season that year. Logan, through his athletic abilities, earned a scholarship to Ohio State University, where he studied industrial and systems engineering. January 24th, 2013, a 6-second video social network is released by Twitter, Vine. Up until that point, the social media space was dominated by Facebook, while below them was Instagram, a Facebook-owned company, battling it out with Snapchat, which was still in its infancy for the second place. At the time, only Facebook and Twitter had video functionality. Kids didn't want to go to the parent-infested Facebook, and so went to the newest platforms. And Vine, well, it offered a new, fresh approach. By August of its launch year, Vine had 40 million users. It was clear that the bubble was inflating, and doing so at a rapid rate. Competition is something that is clear between the brothers. It is the reason why they were so dedicated to American football and later wrestling, and it was about to re-emerge in their brothers' relationship. Vine was the hottest thing just before Logan went to university, and one person he knew who had decided to start uploading to the platform was Jake. Logan decided to get in on the latest trend, but it was only when suggesting ideas to Jake pointed out that Logan had 200 less followers than himself, that Logan got serious.
My brother had 400 followers, and I had 200.
Okay.
And we were making a Vine, and I suggested to my brother, I'm like, yo, Jake, why don't you do this? Why don't you try this? And he turns to me, he's like, oh yeah, Logan, who has more followers?
And thus, the race begun. Personally, I don't think the race ever ceased, and I think it's the reason behind their numerous controversies, each one trying to do it bigger and better than the other. Logan started uploading his 6-second videos to an audience of few, but after he entered a Virgin Mobile Vine competition and got public acknowledgement from a big Vine star, his audience grew. In July of 2013, he had approximately 900 followers. 4 months later, he had 1.5 million. Logan's determination is a quality that has helped him reach the level of fame and success that he has. His determination is actually something I admire about him. Logan described how girls would laugh at him when he would film his videos, and guys would ambush his shoots around campus screaming, "You Logan Paul," and "I hate your vines." On the same interview that Logan expressed his motivation for pursuing Vine, Logan also expressed his desire to expand beyond 6 seconds and beyond Vine, talking fondly of YouTube pursuits. By late 2013, video game publisher Ubisoft paid Logan $1,000 to make a 6-second Vine promoting their Just Dance franchise. This was the first of many big brand deals, each of which paid more and more. Now that Logan was making money, he could justify dropping out of university. And he did. And so, Logan packed up his things and moved to LA with the aim of becoming the biggest influencer in the world, saying he wants to reach Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson level. Jake had slowly been garnering his own audience. It was an audience of hundreds of thousands of people, and he was still in high school. At age 17, Jake dropped out of high school and joined Logan in LA. Vine had made it possible for two kids with a passion for making movies to move to the mecca of video and live out their dreams. But unfortunately, Vine was dying, a slow, painful death. It would take 2 years until Twitter finally pulled the plug on the platform.
It's the last day to save your Vines. Twitter is shutting the 6-second video service today.
Vine's death was due to new social media applications such as Snapchat entering the market, as well as existing social media applications who shared a similar demographic as Vine, introducing better functionality. For example, Instagram. Instagram first introduced 15-second video and then 1-minute video. The work rate Logan applied to athletics in school was on display as soon as he reached LA. He took acting classes and even joined comedy troupes in hopes of bettering his content. He continued making Vines, but also expanded to Facebook and then YouTube. On YouTube, he would get millions of views for his Vine compilations. He then decided to move away from that content, creating 2 to 3 minute skits. He also created a music video, which at the time of writing has 220 million views. Music was the only thing that would stick. The other content he was producing would be scrapped. On September 12th of 2016, Logan released his first daily vlog.
Welcome to my vlog channel. That's right, I'm vlogging now.
In between his transition from Vine, Logan had been booking many acting gigs as he appeared in early 2015's on Law & Order Special Victims Unit, followed by an episode on the Fox TV series Weird Loners. He starred in 2 episodes of Stitchers, and then in early 2016, Logan made his film debut in the YouTube original The Thinning. Logan then wrote the film Airplane Mode, in which 20 social media influencers starred. The movie, now 2 years after production, is still yet to be released. Logan said in a video released on his Logan Paul Vlogs channel in December of 2017 that it was going to be released the following January on the YouTube subscription service YouTube Red. That did not transpire, most likely because of the events of January. Logan continued to grow and make videos. He made his daily vlogs, and after only a few months of vlogging, he secured an audition for the 2017 movie Baywatch, which starred Zac Efron and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Ultimately, his part did get cut out, but even to be rubbing shoulders with those caliber of people at such a young age was an achievement. Along with vlogging and acting, Logan also created his clothing brand, Maverick by Logan Paul, in mid-2017. At the height of the brand, it is estimated that it was grossing 8 figures a month, with some sources saying 5 million and other sources saying 10 million. Gradually, the internet as a community became less and less tolerant of Logan, and he had a target on his back. But he seemed to fail to recognize that target. I was first introduced to Logan because of his brother's antics.
Tonight, residents in a West Hollywood neighborhood are angry. They say they've had enough of the chaos created by a social media star known for his crazy antics. That man, Jake Paul.
Now here comes the controversy. It all started with one tweet. The tweet read, "Tokyo, the Maverick is inbound." Logan then released 3 vlogs from Japan. The first one was extremely calm in comparison to the 2 that would follow. The 2 in question show Logan being very insensitive towards Japanese people, dressing up in stereotypical clothing, throwing Pokemon balls at strangers, joking that he was capturing them. All of that topped off with him offering fish to people, playing on yet another stereotype. His fans seemed to love the vlogs, and it wasn't until after the events of the 4th vlog that the other Japanese antics would come under question. Logan then visited the suicide forest in Japan. This was something that other YouTubers had done while in Japan and were generally met with a good reception. It seems that his intentions were to camp in the forest, with the main tone of the video being that the forest was haunted. What was different with Logan's video was the discovery of a suicide victim, whose death he used for views, titling the video, "We found a dead body in the Japanese suicide forest." And he used a slightly blurred image of the body as the thumbnail. What's even more shocking is that YouTube had it on its trending page, which is a section of the YouTube website dedicated to popular videos. The video never got taken down by YouTube or age restricted. In fact, it was Logan's team that took it down, after what was initially a good response from his fans. And it was only after about a day of the video being live that people started to question it. After removing the video, Logan issued his first apology via Twitter. The main issue people took with the apology was the self-congratulatingness of it, saying things like, "I get views," and "I've made a 15-minute TV show every single day for the past 460 plus days." The second one is something that I can, in a way, sympathize with. To create 15 minutes of fresh, original, clickable content with only a small team each day is a feat in of itself. And so I can understand what would lead you to the forest. But what I can't understand is when you discover a dead body, why you are so disrespectful. Then you review the footage that you have shot earlier in the day. You sit down with your editor, contemplate releasing the video, and click upload. I think people's main reason of hate was because the body became a prop in the video, and it was used to get views and clicks. It was sensationalized. Even the famous actor Aaron Paul, star of Breaking Bad, decided to weigh in via Twitter. With the unsuccessful Twitter apology, Logan decided to release a video explaining his side of the story and begging for forgiveness. This did not work. Finally, he made the video that the Suicide Forest video should have been. Now, in my mind, the video was most definitely a fluff piece to rehabilitate his public image. But that doesn't mean that some good can't come of the video. Perhaps with that video, he did save lives. 29 million views means that he probably did. However, how many lives did he damage with the original Suicide Forest video? The redemption tour ended on February 4th, when Logan uploaded his first normal video in just under a month. The video was ridiculous because he promotes his merch, his clothing brand, saying he needs his fans to buy his merch because YouTube cut his ad deal. If you are going to say that you are changing and you are a different person, you should not come back the first day and promote your merchandise as you had been doing for the last year and the internet had been criticizing you for doing. Day 2, post-apocalypse, and Logan tases a dead rat. He for some reason doesn't understand that dead things are not for videos. The internet gets outraged. Even the animal protection charity PETA gets involved. February 4th, across the ocean, the popular British YouTuber KSI, minutes after defeating Joe Weller, challenges Jake or Logan to be his next opponent and step in the ring.
Or anything you want to say to someone out there? You said you wanted to call someone out.
Wow. Obviously, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care.
In a recent interview with filmmaker and YouTuber Casey Neistat, Logan talked about the events of Japan, his upcoming fight, and in large part about a documentary he and his team are creating, supposedly about Logan's attempt at redemption, whether he can indeed redeem himself. The documentary picks up after the events of Japan. Many speculate that the documentary will be a fluff piece, designed to once again rehabilitate his public image. Casey asked this question, with Logan being very combative of that idea. To me, the interview, despite Casey's best efforts, has little substance. All responses feel coached, rehearsed. Even when Logan owns up to his mistakes, it feels unsincere and self-pitying, which is another point Casey hits on. The interview is prefaced with Casey explaining that he wanted to do this interview to understand Logan's reasoning in Japan and if there was any sincerity in Logan Paul's documentary. Casey says that he is still unaware. So I've given you his life story to the best of my ability, and so now I'll draw my conclusions. First off, I think Logan Paul is not evil. I think he was just a hard-working kid who attained a level of success and fame that is alien to the majority of people on the planet. I think because of his competition with his brother, he attracted this fame and success, but I think he did it so quickly that it obviously has a come down. I think perhaps he could be experiencing that now. I think what brought him to Japan was this need to beat his brother. I think moving forward, he needs to be more sincere about it, and he needs to give people a reason to root for him. His redemption story is still being written, which means his fight on August 25th could be the last big paycheck he cashes.